how's everybody doing? Welcome to a special edition, the interview edition of the weekly call. We appreciate you sitting in with us. We appreciate you hanging out with us, and we're very appreciative because tonight, Mrs. Dr. Dravon James is hanging out with us, and we are excited to talk to her. Dr. Dravon, how are you this evening? Talk to us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Marvelous. I'm doing wonderful this evening, even in the midst of everything that's going on in our nation. I'm absolutely doing great. How about you?
I am doing fantastic and super excited to have you here with us on the show tonight. I'll tell you what. Before I read this, I've got this intro for you, right? That is like insane because you have just done a ton of marvelous work. Let me just read it. Is that cool? I'll just read it. So Dr. Dravon James is an inspirational speaker, radio host, and author of Freedom is Your Birthright. She is the founder of Everyday Peace, a platform for her to help and inspire others to build the life of their dreams. Using her successful pharmacist skills, she brings light. And am I saying that right? Pharmacist skills? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. Because I mean, girl, you are just killing it. Using her successful pharmacist skills, she brings light into others' lives by sharing her everyday peace message. She also hosts her own weekly radio show, Everyday Peace, on Unity Radio. Now, Dr. Dravon James, is there anything else before we get started with the questions? Is there anything else that you would like to share with us that you think we should know?
Yeah, there's one great thing. I'm an actress. To date, my largest role has been on HBO The Wire, where I was on there for 3 seasons.
Whoa. Okay. And what role was that?
I played Grace Sampson, the school teacher, and I played her crackhead sister.
Oh, nice.
How you even find me?
Ran into Lucas.
Don't even call his name. Nigga still owes me money.
He just told me how to find you, that's all.
He tell you how I'm doing? I know what you're thinking. You ain't looking all at yourself.
You look just fine, girl. Just trying to find your sister, that's all.
She ain't for you no more. She ain't for none of our kind. Going out county way, picked herself up. County clothes, county car. County nose, look down on all us city niggas with. She a teacher.
Where?
Don't be rushing me, motherfucker. Now you looking to tip on out of here, get your aftershave on, get yourself correct. She teach speech. Make it so every nigga sound like a Condoleezza. Up by the B. Wells.
Slow up, girl. Come on now. So this your ride? It's nice.
I suppose you got a Lex?
Nah, girl. Got a bus pass.
You at the game then?
Yeah. Doing a little landscaping right now, but trying to figure things out. So, what's your boy's name?
Alan.
After Iverson?
After his daddy.
What?
Trying to picture you mowing a lawn.
Yeah. Nah, I don't be wearing this suit.
You look good in it still.
You look good, too.
You know, they bought a lot of folks out with early retirement in Parks and Rec. I could maybe hook you up with someone to talk to. A man at my church is helping the city fill a lot of those jobs.
That would be... Thank you.
Write your number there. He'll call you. I gotta go. It was good seeing you.
Grace. Looking at you
But
hurts.
shouldn't look then.
So listen, we're going to all be tuning into The Wire from this point on. I'm going to go back and grab, what seasons were those?
Oh gosh, you know, and everybody always asks me that, and I don't remember what season. It was so many years ago, but yeah, I don't.
Okay.
But it was go to the seasons where they had all the school system stuff going on those years.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to double back and check those things out for them. Check those episodes out for myself. Well, if you're ready, we'll just go ahead and dive into the questions. Is that cool?
I'm ready, and that's cool.
Okay, so Dr. Dravon, in our youth and innocence, we believe that any and everything is possible. Why is that?
We're in our youth and innocence, we come straight from the Creator, right? We got all that Creator juice on us. We know that we are powerful. We know we stand in that. You look at children, nothing's too hard for them, nothing's impossible, and then something happens. The world takes over, right? And we start listening to the world our ear gets more tuned to that of the world. We start comparing, listening to criticism, believing criticism. We start even criticizing ourselves. We start comparing ourselves with other people, and all of that dims our light. And we get into this where we start altering our purpose, altering our dream, and settling for a different pathway, something that's safer and not necessarily our purpose in life.
Good answer. Why is it that we can be so easily lured away from our passions as we age?
Yeah, I like that, lured away. That's great, because most people think that, something stole their passion. Actually, we traded our passion for trinkets, right? We traded for the right relationship. We traded for the right career path, right? We have this thinking that somebody knows better for us than what we know for ourselves. And, so we actually traded away. We say, you know what, I'll get back to me. After I explore this, after I make this money, after I raise these kids, I'll get back to me, not realizing that we're meant to live a life inside of our purpose, not after we finish everybody else's purpose.
Nice. Ooh, come on now. Spit that fire. So let me ask you this. What does it take to rekindle our passions then?
We got to fall in love with ourselves again, right? It's called rekindling our passion. We do the same thing for ourselves that we would like for somebody else who claims they love us to do for us, right? When someone says that they love you, you say, okay, well, come spend time with me. Come get to know me. Let's hang out together. Let's have some intimate, soul-searching conversations. That's how you profess your love with me, T-I-M-E, time. And we got to do that with ourselves. We got to get to know ourselves again, allow ourselves to feel. We're really afraid to feel, right? We don't want to feel. We don't want to know what, another heartache, another disappointment. Feel all of that. And at the end of all those feelings, say to ourselves, verbally sometimes, I still love you. You're still number one in my book. And then we'll realize that as we start to do that, our true nature starts to believe in us again, the flesh us, and starts to reveal itself to, this is what I really like. This is, this is what I really like, my authentic self. This is where I really want to be. That's how we rekindle the passion with ourselves.
Nice, very nice. So let me ask this. How can we stay focused on the path to our dreams with all of life's detours?
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about this journey called life, right? It allows us to, we are talented. We're multi-purpose people. We can do a number of things at one time. But as that old saying says, you got to keep the main thing, the main thing. And the main thing is self, right? So going back to the now with ourselves and asking ourselves these simple questions. How are you today? And no simple, trite, banal answer like we give somebody else. Someone asks you, how you doing today? We say, I'm doing fine. We ask ourselves that question. We wait for the truth. I'm uncomfortable with this. Right? I feel that not only does this push me out of my comfort zone, that's okay, but it's moving me away from my purpose. And then we stop and listen. Really? Now let's redirect. So we really have to be, it's no substitute for time with self and asking ourselves those deep questions and being okay with waiting for the truth, for the authentic answer.
Nice. Very nice. Well, let me ask you, how is not pursuing our dreams depriving our families, our communities, and our world?
Yeah, I got to tell you a quick personal story on that one. I wanted to be an actor since I was in the 3rd grade. I auditioned for a play I'll never forget. It was called Ladies First. And I got a role as a tree. I auditioned for that same play again in 4th grade, got a role as a tree. So I didn't have any, I wanted to lead. I got to tell you, I wanted to lead. So, but time went on and I auditioned in high school for a citywide theater, and I got this role and the papers wrote it up. They said, oh, it's a horrible play, but you got to go see this young lady in it. She's tremendous. I ended up going to college, got a doctorate degree in pharmacy, had my first child. And when I looked at her, I knew I had to go back and pursue acting, only because I knew that if she didn't see me, and she was not even 6 months old, but if I hadn't pursued my passion, how could I tell her that she could pursue hers? This life is bigger than us. It's our life. We got to live it to the fullest so that we give somebody else permission to do that in their own life.
Oh, God, that's strong. So wait a minute. Hold on. You were a tree for 2 years.
Tree for 2 years. Can you believe that?
2 years as a tree. I'll tell you, it's funny. So I graduated from the School for Creative and Performing Arts, and I can remember, it's funny that you mentioned that, because a good buddy of mine was in the play Little Shop of Horrors. And I remember he had gotten sick. He was the plant in the Little Shop of Horrors, which was, it was a mechanical plant. You operated this thing by you. Yeah. And I was there every day to watch the play, right? Never forget this. And his brother was the dentist in that play. And I just went down every night after school to just watch them do it. They did it in what we call the black box. You're familiar with theater, so you know. So we're doing it in the black box. And I can remember him, he was sick, and he said, dude, you got to play this plant tonight. And I was like, what do you mean I got to play the plant? It's like, dude, I don't know anything about this play. Now, I was a drama major, but that was a play I didn't even go out for. And he was like, yeah, you got to play the play tonight, dude. You've been here every night to see the play. You should know it by now. You got to play the plant. And I remember playing that plant, and I played it that night, and then I played it the next night, and then I played it the night after that, and I played it for 3 nights and just had a ball playing that plant. I was in all black on the inside of the thing, and man, just had a great time playing the plant that night. So that
I gotta tell you, that's a different experience than I had, because Little Shop of Horrors, we know the plant was, a big part of it. My role was really just to stand still.
Which is come on now, listen, that's not easy, especially not for me. I can't stand still for any longer than like 3 seconds.
Oh, you couldn't have told me. I was in the 3rd grade, and you couldn't have told me that I wasn't like Academy Award. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this plant. I'm going to do this tree. I'm going to do this tree. And then the next year I was like, okay, I'm going to get a bigger role. And I got the tree again. But, and that's how I think you really, really know that that's something in you, because I never lost that desire. That's really was in me. I was like, I really want to be this actress. And I know that from me doing that, and I've been a pharmacist for 30 years, and I've met pharmacists who will come up to me and they're like, I just saw you in this play. I just saw you on this commercial. And it inspires them to go do things. They're like, wow. Like, yeah, life is what you make it. Who says you can't do all of these different things? There will be sacrifices, but you're worth it.
You're worth it. Come on now. Come on. Let me ask you one last question. Is this a conversation of self-worth and being deserving of living the life that you dream? Is that what we're conversing about now? Is this a conversation about that?
Yeah, I think it is. It's about all of that. And every conversation that we have really is about self-worth. If you really break it down, right? Everything really goes back to, would you really be putting up with that if you valued yourself? Would you really walk away from that if you valued yourself? And all of these conversations are always about self-worth. We just don't really want to go there with it because sometimes we wouldn't be so proud of the decisions that we make. But that's okay. You can make a new decision every day.
All right, now, come on now. Well, listen, I know that you are floating around social media in quite a few places. I saw your press kit. And why don't you go ahead right now and let our viewers know, our listeners know exactly where they can find you in social media. Maybe talk about some of the things that you've got coming up, some of the things that you're kind of working on right now. I know. Let's talk real quick before we get into all that. Let's talk a little bit about your book.
Oh, my book, I want to show it to you guys. It's a tiny book. It is so powerful.
Cool.
Freedom is Your Birthright. If you can see that right there, it's under 100 pages on purpose because I really want people to read it from beginning to end. It is jam-packed with just ways that you right now, without anything else showing up in your life, can change your life to move in the direction that you want it to move in. So I'm very proud of that little book. And where you can find me, every Monday, I host a live radio program on the Unity Online Radio Network. So unityonlineradio.org. It's called the Everyday Peace Show with Dr. Dravon James. And we discuss how to develop a life of peace every day. I got to tell you the definition of peace for everyday peace is wholeness, completeness, nothing missing, nothing broken. When you understand how to take everything that shows up in your life, the good, the bad, the everything, and use it to consciously create the life of your dreams, then whatever shows up, you're golden. So we do that on Mondays. Nice. And then you can find me right now. I'm teaching an online course called 2020 Clarity, and I'm doing that on the Institute for Leadership and Lifelong Learning International. That's the Institute for Leadership and Lifelong Learning International. I want to say that slowly because right now you can register for free courses online because people are at home, right? So this is a nice gift for them, for people in this very challenging time. They've got all kinds of courses on there, so you will be so delighted. So I'm doing that. I also have a course with the fabulous Keisha Dixon called The Brilliant Life. It's amazing. It talks about how to have a life of true success, balance in your health, wealth, and relationships. And then you can find me on social media. Right now, during these times of coronavirus, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and there's one more, LinkedIn. And we're doing movie reviews. So we did movie review on Tuesday. We did the Madam C.J. Walker movie review, and this Friday we're going to be doing Juanita. So if you guys have not seen Juanita, I would highly recommend that movie.
Very sweet. Listen, check this out. Here's what we're going to do. For all of you who are watching this on Facebook, we're going to have those links to both of Dr. Dravon's courses. We'll have those links up top, over top of the video. If you're watching it on YouTube, down in the descriptions, we'll have links to those courses. Also, a link to where they can purchase your book.
Yeah. On Amazon. So
on Amazon.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to provide those links. Is there anything else that you want to share with us before we call this interview a wrap? Listen, because I've had a phenomenal time talking to you, and I want to ask you, just like I ask anybody else, if you'll come back. Okay, maybe we come back and we chop it up about some other things.
I would love to come back, but I would like to leave the listeners with this, is that, yes, we are living in unprecedented times. We have the coronavirus going on. And let me tell you, it is no accident that each one of us are alive and present during this time. It has not come to end your life. It's come to change your life. And change is a beautiful thing. We don't advance, we don't evolve without change. So welcome to your new life. It's going to be amazing.
Come on now. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're with us for a special edition, an extra special edition of the Weekly Call. You have been here with us live with Dr. Dravon James. Let me say that one more time so y'all get it. Doctor. Okay, I just like to say that. Dr. Dravon James, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate you hanging out with us. Thank you, Doctor, for that little bit of inspiration. You know, I'm pretty sure we could have done this thing for the next 40 or 50 minutes, but it was powerful. This interview was powerful. I'm pretty sure that our listeners are going to get some good stuff from this. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook, up at the very top, you will get the links to the courses and the link to Dr. Dravon's book. If you're watching on YouTube, in the description down below, you're going to be getting those links to the book. Thank you once again, Dr. Dravon James. Appreciate you coming on our show, spending this little slice of time with us during these trying times. We appreciate you.
Thank you. It was wonderful spending time here as well.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. God bless.